Hello, it's Rufio. Bam, 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 bam. What was the bam, bam, bam? I don't know the sound. There's a sound that goes when you're being excited. In this VOD, I was feeling pretty sick. I had just gotten my COVID vaccine booster, as you will hear me mention multiple times. So I wanted to stream, but we decided to just do a quick power hour about the hunt, since in 100 Devs, which is a free online full-stack JavaScript bootcamp and agency, link in the description below if you're interested in learning about that, learning to code for free. But in 100 Devs right now, they are on what is called the hunt, so it's like the job hunt, and specifically Huntober, which is like the job hunt on steroids during October. I've been on the job hunt for like 10 months now, so I thought I might have some nuggets of wisdom if anyone was interested. So we talked a little bit about that, and then when people weren't interested in talking about the job hunt, we talked about random other topics. Enjoy this quick, it's not even an hour, this quick 40 minutes I think it ended up being once I cut out all the awkward pauses. Enjoy this quick power 40 minutes. Doesn't quite have the same ring, does it? Wow. So I got my COVID booster, my second one yesterday, and okay, I was gonna like not swear, but I swear here, it fucking like took me out. My body hurts. So that's partially why we're just doing an hour today. Hey everyone, Brokey Chill says, hi Rufio, I normally lurk, but you want to say that you're starting your first software engineering job on Monday. Thanks for bringing positive vibes to your programming journey. Well, I'm fucking pumped for you, Brokey. Everyone, clap for Brokey. That's amazing. What was the process like for you? Best of luck, you're gonna do awesome. COVID isn't real? Yeah, so all these body aches and pains, they're not real either, so. Why does everything taste bad? Everything does, though. Okay, so today we're doing a power hour because Huntober has a stand-up in an hour. So I don't want to, like, infringe on that. Plus, I feel like shit. So we're going to go for an hour. If you do exclamation point ask, it will take you to a form where you can ask me any questions about the job hunt and my perspective on it, whatever I can offer. What was I saying? Wow. I probably will see your questions if they're in chat, but I absolutely will see your questions if they're in the form. And then if you do exclamation point hunt, then you will see, what are they called? 2 resources I have for you. I'm excited to show y'all. So I saw someone in Huntober and 100 Devs was asking, like, what questions do you ask a recruiter? I got you. I ask these questions recruiter all the time. If you do exclamation point hunt, you will get access to this. These are the questions I ask every single time I talk to a recruiter or do a phone screening. Every single time. I don't ask all of them. I just ask what seems to be appropriate. But these are the phone screen questions that I ask. The other thing in this folder is this one. So these are the questions I ask at the end of an interview when they say, do you have any questions that you want? Is it not working? What the fuck? It should be working. Hold up, y'all. One of your friends from your online school program referred you for a job. The product is similar to something you would have used in your prior career, so you're familiar with that. You had a phone screen, 60-minute technical using React for making requests, 60-minute panel just chatting. The group was really nice and helpful the whole time. Glad it wasn't any good stuff, though. Yeah. This part like is 1929. Lol. This is the form. Wow. Hey, Green. Okay. So when I did tech interviews, did they tell me the coding environment you were going to use? No. No, they never did. I only did, like, as far as I can remember, I've done one LeetCode, so that was in LeetCode. And then I did one which was in their, like, private environment. And I didn't think to ask either. So, no. But those are the only 2, like, live coding challenges I've had at this point. Any other questions for me? It's me. Have I used Mocha or similar for testing any of my code? Only when we did the stream with Dan Can Code. And we learned test-driven development. That is the only time. What's Mocha do? It does what's it called? It does testing. It tests your code. It's testing, I don't know if the word's framework. Just got set up for a coffee chat, but that's good news. You get to watch my stream. I'm sorry you got stood up. That sucked. Was I on schedule with the course when my cohort's Huntober happened? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was September 2021. Everyone was going hard. I hadn't started my 100 hours project. So, no, I really wasn't. And I didn't start the job until January. Turn CloudBot off for 10 minutes. How do I do that? Oh, it's not on. Hold it. It works. Okay, now you can do exclamation point hunt and exclamation point ask. Lol. Hey, Ian, what's up? You're so behind at this point, so it's scary to think about. TX, I wouldn't worry about it. Everyone has their own timelines. Everyone has their own reasons for being on time and for being late. Be gentle to yourself and do it according to your timeline. Luckily for y'all, you have the catch-up crew, so I think you'll be okay. And if you ask for help, you'll be okay. Happy Thursday to you too. You went Code Wars, and I like it, Code Wars. Hold up. I think someone's knocking on my door, because of course they are. Here, I'll be back. Do you like my new BRB stream? Or screen, whatever it's called? Hey, you're new here on my stream. Do I upload streams to YouTube? Yes. Do exclamation point YouTube. You'll find my YouTube. And I'm not fully caught up, but most of my streams are there. Just run your race. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who others are today. It's easier said than done, but yes. Probably the FBI. Yes, it was the FBI at the door. Being too cool is a crime. You hate Christmas, but you love my evil Rufio. Again, we got CloudBot to work, so if you do exclamation point ask, you can ask questions there. As of right now, the chat's slow enough that we don't need to do that. And if you do exclamation point hunt, you'll find questions from that I ask recruiters or whoever on the phone screen, and questions that I ask at the end of an interview. Sing Muse anytime soon? No, their Salt Lake City concert is at the very end of April 2023. It's their last concert on the tour. I haven't bought tickets yet though because I'm poor and they're not essential. Hopefully tickets will be fine because it's more than an hour ahead of time. If we look at this really quick, it's so pretty. It is really pretty. That is true. You saw this Museum in Mallorca? They had an amazing stage. That's awesome. I'm jealous. You were considering moving there once. What happened? I grew up here, so I'm not like, If we look at this, these are the questions I ask in the end of the okay, hello, baby. My love. Please zoom in. These are questions I ask. So when they say at the end, do you have any questions for us? I'm like, yes. I wrote some down, and then I pull this up, or I have it up and I like switch tabs to it. And I'm like, so will you tell me about like fill in the blank? And then I got my banger. I don't know if I have the banger here. I might. But the banger I always ask at the end is that someone told me here in chat. They were like, you ask, is there anything I should have asked that I didn't? And if I didn't, what's the answer? Every time I do that, they're like, ooh, nah, girl, you asked great questions. And I'm like, oh, stop it. That happens. Black and white Rufio emote looks like a chat meme. Yeah, it's Chatio. That is exactly what it is. Besides MERN, have I found it necessary to learn another stack to broaden my job search? No. I think it's really, really useful to know TypeScript, like really useful. like, what are they called? Recruiters love that shit. They love it. You put that on your LinkedIn and people are like, oh my God, hey, I see you know TypeScript. Oh my God, hi. Like TypeScript, highly would recommend. React to a lesser extent, Agile as well. And TypeScript and Agile are really easy to add because you can just watch the 2 previous collab streams I had on both of those and add it. Hey, High Priest. Yeah, I haven't had that problem. These are the questions I ask. Oh, these are the recruiter questions. Yeah. I don't remember which one I was talking about before, but these are the ones I ask the recruiter every time I talk to a recruiter. I'm like, yo, what's up? Tell me about this. I don't ask all of them, but I do ask a lot of them. So, am I in the camp that just says, just secure your first gig and worry about the dream job later? Absolutely. One thing that you have to take into account is I have been on the job hunt since January. And that's because I am not able to like be really on top of it. I go slowly and then I'll like stop completely and then I'll get started again. So it's very much at this point like I just want like a decent job. I don't care what it is. If I know that may sound a little bad, but like somewhat decent, and I don't care what I'm doing on the job really. Dream job is a myth. You have to be asleep to believe in it. I had a parrot job. I didn't even get that job. They didn't get back to me. Then again, I didn't get back to them either because I was like, I have like moments where like I'll be in the job process and I think I've got it and then I don't. And it's happened multiple times. And the parrot job was right at the same time as a job I was thinking I was going to get. It was the fidelity job and then I didn't get it. But it was between me and another person, so that was close. It is demoralizing. It can be really rough. Like take care of yourself. The job hunt sucks, frankly. Like it honestly does. And I'm sorry for everyone going through it, but I hope that it's quick for you. What is my dream job? It is a wish hour right now. It is a job that pays well, that has pair programming and a good team dynamic. That is remote. Yeah, I want to like the team. I want it to pay well. I want it to be remote. There you go. That's my dream job. Rufio. Thanks, Grat. Talana Beach, explore European cities and get paid well. Maybe have a meeting once a month. I heard back from Vercel. I was interviewing for a content engineering position there, which is like kind of DevRel adjacent. I didn't get it though, and I'm a little bummed about that, but that's okay because they didn't get back to me for like a week or two, and I was like, bruh, if they haven't gotten back to me at this point, like they're not going to. Diving from the beach never works too bright, especially for me. Everything in my computer's in dark mode. Just being outside is too bright sometimes. If I got $10 million, I wouldn't work. I would just live on that for the rest of my life, and I think I could. That's a lot of money for me, I guess. Most people, but it's a lot. What would I do all day if I had $10 million? Well, I would wake up whatever time I wanted to. God, I really value sleep. I'd probably go. My life aspiration is to live in a fuck ton of countries, and so I'd probably be living somewhere, and I'd go explore. I'd probably go, depending on the country, to like a bakery, sit at a park, and then I'd come back and I'd stream, because streaming is a dream for me. It's so great. I love streaming. I love all you being here and hang out with me. And then I would like play video games. What would you do all day, Aries? Where do I want to travel to? Travel or live? Different answers. How interesting, Born. You'd be a philanthropist? Mm. Why not both? Okay. So, my next top country to live in is Georgia. The country, not the state in the United States, because it has a lot of pretty mountains, and I love pretty mountains. Aries, thanks for the follow. And maybe Greece is up there as well. To travel to, I would really like to go to Sudan and South Sudan, and then also go on a really cool like baby cruise to like Antarctica, where you hit up like islands like South Georgia Island and Elephant Island. Who wants to go to Sudan? Me. That's what I just said. It's me. Ukraine is where it's at. I mean, if you're a friend in Georgia, you don't know what you would do. Probably live in the fjords. I don't think there are fjords in Georgia, but yes, there are hella mountains. I live by mountains, except they're brown. The ones that I saw in National Geographic of Georgia are green. And I like that. I live in a desert. I like green. What's a fjord? It's like, I don't know the definition, but I feel like it's a body of water surrounded by really tall like mountains or cliffs on both sides, and you find them in like Norway. Oh, the fjords in Norway? I get you. You'd probably live in the fjords. I would love to live in Norway. Yeah. You want to go to Iceland and Antarctica to cruise. Awesome. Check out the High Sierras. I've actually been to the High Sierras before. I remember I was driving through the High Sierras, or just the Sierra Mountains, and it was in the middle of a snowstorm, and our chains didn't fit on our tires, and so they like hit like the car every time they went around. It kept us up all night. Kind of sucked. You want to try van life for a few weeks? Do it. I've never been one of those people, but go for it. Any questions about the job hunt? Not that this isn't an entertaining topic. I like it, but we only have an hour. Or 40 minutes, I guess. High Sierras in the summer. I got you. I did Amtrak and went through them on a train, but I didn't stop there. Low Sierras for the win. It's really expensive in Norway. They got all that oil money. Right. But if you have $10 million, I think you good. You know? Body aches. But get your COVID boosters, even though they suck. What is a Low Sierra? It's upside down mountains. Canyons. That's what that would be, I think. I took like a 3-hour nap today. And then I had to wake up for stream. You have a question? For my portfolio options, do I want a static site GitHub hosting your example MVP via Heroku? Do I want? For your portfolio site, I would recommend just doing like an HTML5 up, what's it called? Template. Just do that. And then have a nice GitHub. And then I'm currently hosting my 100 hours project with DigitalOcean, but it was Heroku until very recently. Yeah, Heroku. Yeah. Heroku lives long enough to see itself become the villain. There's a lot. Words are hard to say with my mouth. There are a lot of tech jobs in Stockholm. I like that. DigitalOcean. It works for me. So. What I searched to DigitalOcean. I had to do that with a senior dev though. Dan can code, who's not here right now, because I didn't know how to do it. So if you decide to go that route, get yourself a senior dev or someone who knows how to do it. Also, it does cost money. You can have a static site on GitHub these days. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sometimes you feel a bit overwhelmed with the amount of example projects which utilize EJS, React Views, or Mongo. Yeah, so I don't really have that many projects in my portfolio because I half-assed 100 devs. But you definitely could host them on like GitHub pages. There are lots of other places, Railway, I hear, some other ones. Also, this is going to be my last stream until the 27th. Just BT dubs. I'm going vacay. Going to the countries. Gonna eat a lot of peaches. Hey. Skiing? No. You can only do it in like Australia. I could tell y'all where I'm going, but I don't know if I should because like internet safety. I'm happy to tell you after I get back though. I'm not going to Australia, no. That's like the only place where skiing would happen, I feel like, right now. Actually, probably nowhere. Maybe Canada. I'm not sure. It's really warm in Vancouver. All right, there you go. So not in Canada. What's this about safety? I don't know. Never hurts to be too safe on the internet. Just know that I will be on vacation. That's all you need to know. A trip in the TARDIS, going back in time. Born, again, it's just to be safe. I don't know that that's actually a thing, but I'm just trying to be safe. People on the internet are wild. Agreed. Is anyone here a stalker? Oh my god. I actually had a friend who had a stalker, so it can be, wasn't internet driven, but like it can be a real thing, absolutely. Ouch. My body hurts. Jesus. It's kind of funny to be like, get your COVID booster. Also, makes you feel like shit for at least a day. I don't know. People might be able to figure it out, especially if they're programmers. Do some, I don't know, program stocky. I don't know. So I'm going to a convention? No. Your brother can figure out the exact location on most photos you give him. Woof. You're confused. What's up with the job hunt thingy? Wait, what do you mean? I don't know if you're part of 100 Devs Aries, but if you're not, it's a free full stack JavaScript bootcamp and agency, and right now everyone is going on the hunt. So I've been on the hunt since January, but I'm here to answer any questions about my experience. You know, what was the best interview so far? I don't know. Because all of them have been somewhat stressful. Yeah, I don't have a good answer for that. Question about reaching out to recruiters on LinkedIn. What is y'all's response rate? How do they accept, or do they all accept your connection request but don't engage with you further? Reach back out to them. Honestly, I've hit a point where I'm not reaching out to anyone. I should be, but I'm not. And they reach out to me because I have like TypeScript and Agile and a rocking LinkedIn profile. But if you reach out to them, they say yes and then message me like, hey, like follow up on your original message I imagine you sent. You thought we were hunting out for a job for me? Nah. Trying to support the people searching for jobs right now. GeoGuessr is a really fun game. I like it. There was the first time I played GeoGuessr, it dropped us somewhere, and I was like, bro, this looks like Ghana. And I've only flown over Ghana. I've never been. It was Ghana. I was like, hot damn. Hot damn, Rufio. When you connect, attach a message to it introducing yourself and mention you'd love to hear more about what they do. Yeah, but even so, a lot of times people don't say anything in response. It's gonna happen at some point. You had an opportunity and you took it. You know, put a fake job history on your LinkedIn, like 2018 to 2019. Professional balloon animal architect. Nice. Put chia seeds in my water if you wonder why I'm shaking it so much, because I have to get them up and moving. Nice. No comment. Yeah, I'm not sure how to engage with that, Born. You do customize your messages and do thoughtful follow-ups after your second message. You don't engage further since you don't want to annoy them. Honestly, that's probably what I would do as well, Gars. Makes sense to me. You probably would get more attention if you were persistent, but like, I also don't like bothering people. Are chia seeds good to drink? Health or something. When I'm drinking water, I was like, well, there might as well be chia seeds in here. I don't know. I don't have any further reasoning beyond that. I'm glad to hear that, Born. Can you drink a seed? You can drink a seed that's floating in water. You like your water medium thick, too. Lol. Let me guess a chia pudding. I had chia pudding once and I didn't like it. I don't know why. I think I made it with like coconut milk and I just wasn't a fan. But I'm glad you like it. Any interviews in the pipeline? 1. You have a question about my hunt. Leon says we need 60 networked in applications for one job. How many applications have you done so far? This is a good question. I think I've applied for 2 jobs and I got 1 networked one. Beyond that, I haven't applied. I've just gotten interviews. So, like, I think the way Leon does it is gonna work for you. It hasn't worked for me just because it's really, really a lot of effort. And I just don't have that much effort in my little body, you know? So what I do is I have a rockin' LinkedIn. I post there and I post on Twitter. So make sure you're like visible. People want to connect with people that they can see and maybe like parasocially know, right? Um, and then so like you're putting yourself out there, and then have really nice like technologies like TypeScript or Agile, both of which you can watch a stream I did on, and once you watch the stream, I think you know enough to put it on your LinkedIn, and then like recruiters will reach out to me. Do I code in my spare time? Not really. I just code basically on stream. I don't do it for fun necessarily, unless streaming counts as fun, which it is. I've had that one song that says, "Tell me why." It's a good one. Ain't nothing but a heartbreak. Now it's your turn. This is a microphone. You better have sang the second line. My little 5'10" body, true. Do I ever get stressed out from not having a job yet? You don't mean to sound rude. You're stressing now. We've barely started the hunt, so that's why you asked. Absolutely. That's probably why my mental health has been so shitty this year, is because I've just been chronically like under stress by not having a job. Like I make enough money doing like jobs here and there to make it so I can afford to live every month, but beyond that, I can't do much. So it is really stressful, and I look forward to the day when I get a job and I don't have to worry about it. Like that will be wild. Like huge like weight off my chest. So yes, it'll be 100% faster to mass apply rather than rely on referrals. I think there's some people who disagree with you, but I can't say yes or no. All the benefits with none of the effort, anyways. You got 4 offers, but what was your background when you first applied? Thanks for honest answer. Do I keep track of how many companies I've interviewed with? Kind of. So like I have the hit list for 100 devs where I keep track of like who I've connected with, what stage I'm in, have I had a coffee chat. But I also am too lazy to use it, so I haven't been using it. I use Obsidian, and in Obsidian I have a companies tab where I keep track of all my companies. Here, I can show you all the companies I'm applying to. So, here. Oh, you can't see it because it's full screen. Love that for us. Here, little baby, Obsidian. All right, so you can see on the side here, I have companies. So whenever I do like an interview with a company, like Fidelity's one I like to show, I show who the recruiter was I talked to. I show a meeting that I had, and any like subsequent meetings I'll put here. I haven't put interviews up in here yet. Interviews probably are up in here. You can see I have interview notes. I got a little lazy though when I got here, so, but this is where I'm putting like my interview stuff. So that's how I keep track of it, and then kind of just in my brain. But the hit list is probably a better way to go about that. Good resources, tough questions. No, they're good ones. Fortunately, you do have income coming in as a side gig of yours, and you said you were slightly stressed by not having a job. I'm glad you have income coming in. You have a coffee chat in 30 minutes with an engineer at a company you're really interested in working at. Any advice in converting a chat to a potential referral? Talk to them like they're a friend. Ask about them as a person. Hey, like, would you tell me about yourself? Like, how did you get into coding? How did you get into working at this company? How do you like it? Like, people love talking about themselves, so talk about them. And I mean, if you can like compliment them, like if they're like, oh yes, I did this and this and this difficult thing to get here, be like, wow, that's amazing. Like that's really hard. Or, things like that. You did sing the second line, didn't I hear it? Yes. Born, that was a good thing. Show interest in how his team is set up and butter him up. Yes. Try to imagine how you could contribute. Ask what they're working on currently. People like talking about the projects. That's a good idea too. CSJR at a no-name university, code a lot in free time, but you have the CS degree. What kind of things am I going to do on my vacation? Ride on trains and look at stuff. Does my area have a tech stack? I don't know. I have noticed by putting like my city on my profile, I've gotten a lot of people who are like what are they called? Like specifically looking to hire from locally, like, will reach out to me. So that's a good thing to do, I think, or wherever you want to work. You love talking about yourself. Let's talk some more about me. You had one coffee chat where people hated talking about themselves and just kept asking you questions. I mean, of course there are, like, circumstances in which it's not the case, but I think generally you can, like, bet that people like talking about themselves. If they're not, try a different tag. Talk to them about the company, you know? Trains and stuff sounds epic. San Francisco, I got it. Local or trains and stuff sounds like not US. Locally sourced developers, yeah. That's been a really strong thing for me, I think. I've gotten a lot of people reaching out to me about, like, locally, for sure. At the very bottom of the questions I ask at the end of the interview, ask that question every time. My dev site is really neat. I like it. Or you like it? Thanks. I got it from a template. Yes, but I did. What question? So this is after you've asked a fuck ton of questions. At the very end of the interview, you say, okay, one final question. Are there any questions I should have asked? And if so, what's the answer? Someone gave that to me from chat here, and every time I ask it, like the interviewers are like, whoo, hot damn. Like, obviously they don't say hot damn, but they'll, like, say, no, you asked really good questions. So your interviews never feel formal. You're a chatty dude. Yeah. And work that to your advantage if you're like that. You're second that. Good question. Something along the lines of, is there anything I could clear up? Yeah. I think there's another question in there like, do you have any concerns about, like, hiring me on or something? That's awesome, Born. I always try and, like, treat people like they're my friends, no matter what. If the gift of gab can be a gift, that's true. For 1995, for 4 payments of 1995, 4 easy payments, you too can learn the gift of gab. Call for now for a limited time only. Slots are going fast. Limited supply. India? I'm just gonna laugh. Anything that stands out as the hardest technical question I've ever been asked? So I've definitely gotten asked about, like, AWS and CI/CD stuff, and I didn't know the answer to those. That kind of sucked. The worst one I've ever done was one for a company called Rivet, and it was the Othello game, and we had spent 5 hours here on stream setting it up, setting the board up with Alexander 6. So I was feeling pretty good. We spent 5 hours prepping for it. Show up, they have a local environment that they've set up, and they say, hey, we already set the game up for you. Figure out the logic. And I'm not particularly good at coding, and I'm not good at old JavaScript, and it was all in, like class JavaScript, and that was my worst interview, and I had no idea what to do. So I kind of, like, tried to start, like, pseudo coding. I didn't put down any code by the end, and they were not impressed. They also left me alone there for an hour, so it sucked. It was not my favorite. It was legitimately, like, the worst interview I've ever had. So you've only had 2 interviews so far. Both times you're nervous as fuck the hours before. Then at the moment of the interview, your nerves suddenly disappeared. What a weird phenomenon. I mean, I'm glad. That's nice to not have nerves. Body aches. Am I sick? I got my COVID booster yesterday, so yes, ish, kind of. You remember that disaster? Epic. Othello PTSD, but actually. Do I prefer working hard or working smart? Probably working hard because I don't feel like I can work smart very well. Like, I don't feel like my skills are really up to par there. Like, I'm going to do my best, but it's not going to be the most beautiful code. And someone asked earlier what my best interview was, and I don't know. Isn't it funny that we remember, like, bad things better than we remember the good? It's Indian. There are lots of languages in India. A lot. Any other questions? We're getting a 5th vaccine over here. Wow. Yeah, this was my 4th, so it was my 2nd booster. Melody, welcome. I saw you were streaming earlier. Everyone say welcome to Melody and her raiders. How was your stream? What did you work on? We are just talking about the hunt and my experiences in it. So if you have any questions, let me know in chat. Or if you do !hunt, you can find the questions I use for phone screens and the questions I ask at the end of interviews. Do you think pair programming would help increasing my coding skills? Yes, because that is what I do here. That is what I do like basically every time I code, and I think it helps a lot because if you get stuck, you've got a more senior dev who knows how to help you, or if they're not more senior, then they can help you like put your heads together, you know? Ray to Rufio, it's me. Hey everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Rufio. I am a streamer on the HunterDev stream team. And we do coding here, except for today, in which case we're talking about the job hunt. In my experience, are companies interested in candidates that are specialized or the jack of all trades? Yes, since most descriptions are know-it-all, but how do they address this during the interview? Here, wait a second. I'm gonna do this before I forget. Everyone, please give Melody a follow if you haven't yet. They're an amazing person. And they have great streams. Thanks for the raid again, Melody. So, I kind of stout fella. Like, there's definitely been some I've shown up for where they wanted me to be DevOps as well as like a regular developer. But I don't feel like I've had it too much. Like, generally, it's like, yeah, like you can know a decent amount of these, but it's okay if you don't know other ones. What's a stand-up? It's where everyone's going to get together and talk about solving a coding question, talk about concerns they have for the hunt. Good answer. Most say work smart because it sounds smart. You think working hard shows ambition and implies willingness to learn. Well, thanks. Hello, Rufio. I'm drunk. Well, I hope that's a good drunk. Welcome. From Melody, your brains exploded with PHP and references. Ooh, PHP, bruh. I haven't learned PHP. Is it Laravel? Hey, Mike. Started today with JavaScript without any knowledge. Excited to see what it brings you. I'm not sure how you're going about it, but if you do exclamation point 100 devs, you can join 100 devs and see all of the classes that 100 devs has done on full stack JavaScript. But you probably have something anyway. Can someone help for a bash script homework? Can someone? I don't know anything about bash scripts, so. Taking a break from full-time work for a few months to get a personal web project going. Is the gap bad for your resume if you're using it productively? I mean, I don't think so. Does anyone else know about how people view gaps in the field? I don't think so. You could call it freelance as well, you know? That was kind of a funny face I just did. So you're only making 127K a year in a dev. How do you get more drunk to make more money in the sales department? Oh, Lord. God, I wish I made $127,000 a year. I wish I made any money a year. TBH. I have the TikTok corn song stuck in my head, which sucks because I'm not a fan actually. One day, Rufio, one day. Hopefully someday soon. I'm hopeful. You have 9 months gaps in your resume. You just told them health issues focusing on uni, but you're in the UK, so you don't know how employers view it in the USA. Thanks for the feedback, Charlotte. It's corn. It got the juice. I don't even like that song. Dear God, why? Do I have any book recommendations for stories on Indigenous people? No. That probably would be a good thing to know. But no, I don't. Blood of the Prophets. Well, that's not directly related to. Like, it's related to the Paiutes, but it focuses on the Mormons and fucked up shit they did. I'm okay, Leah. I got my booster and my body hurts. Are there any gaps to tell me or freelancing? Yep. Does anyone have any recommendations for Indigenous people stories for Garce? I wish I had a better answer for you. The 2 books I know I think are like limited edition, and I have them, but I don't think you can just find them. My body, Jesus Christ. I had an awful sleep last night. Truly awful. Jesus. Indigenous people of where? Probably of the Americas. I'm not sure exactly, but I work on a Native American language preservation project, and it's for Southern Paiute, which is a language in southern Utah. So that's why I'm guessing that. Oh, that's dope as fuck. Sorry to hear that. Bad sleep is a bad next day. Yeah, I did get a long sleep, from 10 to 2, but looking forward to not feeling like shit. What number shot is that? 4. Me too, buddy. Me too. Top 3 parrot recommendations: cockatoos, um, sun conures, and African greys. Will the stream end in 3 minutes? Yes. We'll go raid, but yes. It's a power hour. We've been going for almost an hour. How many shots can you do in 3 minutes while typing? I'm not sure. Did you already pour them out? Woof. It's like a Thursday, right? Okay, no judgment. You do you, boo. Should pick up the glossary math. You can type at the same time. If you're using Vim, probably. You work a 3-day week? Fuck yeah, that's awesome. And you earn 127K? Jesus. What the dream job? Nano's better than Vim? Shots fired. It's okay, I don't really know what Nano is, and I don't have that strong opinions about Vim, so. Am I an October or January birthday? I actually don't like my birthday, so I don't want to tell y'all when it is because I don't know. Then you'll wish me a happy birthday, and I don't want that. How could I not like my birthday? Because I don't like people treating me different. Oh, you didn't even hear that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold up. Let me do that again. I can redeem it for you. Don't treat me different. Y'all, stop wishing me a happy birthday. You don't even know when it is. I'm being deliberately vague. All right, y'all. We got to wrap up stream because 100 devs. Aw, Morton, thank you for your subs. I appreciate it. Everyone wishing me a happy birthday. Stop it. Stop it. You don't know when it is. But also thank you, everyone. Nicola's, thanks for follow. We're going to go raid. If you're 100 devs and you're doing Huntober, go to the stand-up, have fun. And the rest of us will have fun watching open source. And I'm going to go back to sleep, so... Everyone's saying happy birthday. It's not my birthday. You don't know when it is. All right. I will see you in like 2 weeks. I will be on vacation, and I'll see you on the 27th, okay? Happy birthday on the 5th of November. All right. Let's go. Bye. I miss you already. Bye. Goodbye.